Warner Todd Houston with Breitbart News. We're here with Tim McCarthy, who was a Secret Service agent with Ronald Reagan's detail during the time he was almost assassinated. What was that like? I mean, it had to have been absolutely crazy.
Well, it was one of those things that you think is never going to happen to you. You train for it. You actually practice in the training. You're equipped for it, briefed up on it, but you never think it's going to happen to you. And then when it does, honestly, when you have one of those critical incidents, you never know if you're going to react based upon your training. It's one of those things that you don't know if you're going to do it. I wouldn't want to be tested again, to tell you the truth, but I'm happy that based upon my training, I did what we were trained to do, and along with the other agents, helped protect the president, albeit it was a failure because he was shot. You have to be honest about it. But that was the way things operated back then, that people did not go through metal detectors, but were allowed to get close to the president.
Sure.
Changed right after that, thank goodness. And frankly, it's been almost 50 years since the historic assassin, the lone gunman, has made an attempt upon the president. Ronald Reagan was the last one until Donald Trump, as we know, just a couple weeks ago now, months ago, I guess. There had been almost half a decade without an attempt, and sadly, this one happened.
Well, after it was all over, you went on to a distinguished career in law enforcement. You became a chief of police, and you did all kinds of things after that. So how did that affect your post-Secret Service career, the assassination attempt?
Well, you became part of a very small club of people that were involved in an assassination attempt. But I stayed with the Secret Service for 22 years before I retired as Special Agent in charge of the Chicago Division of the Secret Service, which was my hometown. All my family's in law enforcement. My father was a sergeant in the Chicago Police Department. But upon retirement from the Secret Service, I interviewed for a chief of police job in the city I lived in, a town of about 65,000, and was selected for the job, and liked it so much I stayed for 27 years as chief. And it was it's where the rubber meets the road, by the way, in local policing, but it was a wonderful, wonderful career. A lot of tough times in it along the way, with people being injured and things of that nature, but it was a great career. So just about 2 years ago, I wrapped up about 50 years in law enforcement. Sadly, I'm still working, though, as president of a security company, and we'll see how much longer that lasts.
Well, have you seen this movie that Dennis Quaid is helming? He's the top man in it, portraying Ronald Reagan. Have you seen it?
No, I've only seen the trailer.
Okay.
Only seen the trailer, and I thought he did a good job, and he actually picked up some of the president's idiosyncrasies.
Right.
The way he smiled, sometimes he had a little crooked smile, the way he reacted. So it's clear he studied up for it. And he does have, I didn't think initially he looked that much like the president, but the more I saw the trailer, he had some remarkable moments where he really looked an awful lot like the president.
Well, thanks for being with us, and we're going to see the movie here tonight, so hopefully you're going to see it too and then enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sure enough.
You bet.